Buffalo, and Tropicana. And apparently this all stemmed from two guys who refused to pick up after their dogs. It was supposed to be a nice Sunday jog in the park, but for one couple, still too frightened to speak on camera, they tell us it was a terrifying ordeal over dog poop. The couple says it all happened when they tried to tell those two guys to pick up after their dog right between the school and the park, and that's when things got ugly. Moments later, the victim says those two guys confronted him right while a baseball game was going on that Sunday. One of them reached behind him, another one pulled out a gun and threatened him. The victim says he was punched in his eye and face and eventually was knocked to the ground by these two guys who have distinct facial hair. The two men were caught on camera running from the park and past a nearby elementary school before disappearing. The park beating has some people shaking their heads.
I think it's a horrible situation and it's not supposed to happen.
Alex Vladimirov and his dog Dante visit the park often, and he says pet owners have to be responsible, and that includes picking up after pets.
It's supposed to be, and especially on Sundays when there's a lot of kids over here, and I guess it's a horrible situation.
The couple reported the beating to police after they were able to flag down a passerby, and now they're asking for your help to find the guys responsible for the attack. Safety experts say whether you're a victim or witness, there are some things to keep in mind. Be attentive, try to remember specific details and markings, and report incidents to police. For now, the couple says they're living in fear and are warning others to be alert. Joe Bartels, 13 Action News, elevating Las Vegas.
And we have some breaking news that we're following tonight. Police right now, they're involved in a barricade. It's happening right near Oakey and Arville. This has now been going on for about 9 hours right now. Well, police say they stopped a vehicle around 2:30 this afternoon. The suspect took off into a neighborhood after a crash. Officers believe that suspect then broke into a home and is now still refusing to leave that home.
Well, it's been nearly 16 months since a lone gunman stole 58 lives and changed countless more on 1 October. The FBI has released its final report, but tonight the motive remains a mystery.
The Las Vegas Review panel spent about 12 months here looking into the gunman's life, and also they came away with really some limited findings, but some big takeaways here. There was no evidence the attack was motivated by any ideology or political belief. There was also no clear motive behind the attack, but the panel did stress that the gunman wanted to die by suicide, saying that he became very distressed about aging.
And after today's report, many survivors say they have been left with more questions than answers.
You still have the nightmares, and then something like this coming out today, you certainly need to have support around you.
And we want you to know there are resources out there to help anyone impacted by this tragedy. The Vegas Strong Resiliency Center offers mental health help, legal services, and financial advice. The center is located near Ulta and MLK in the Lead building. And for a full breakdown of the FBI's report, we have that on our website at ktnv.com.
Now to an update on the kidnapping and sexual assault of a 12-year-old girl. Police released the arrest report for the suspect, Antoine Perkins. Now, most of the details, though, they're too graphic to report on television. The girl telling police that Perkins grabbed her by both arms while she was walking to Cadwalader Elementary School. He also tried threatening to shoot her and kill her family. Where the report says that Perkins took her to 2 different locations before dropping her off. It also lists specific details about the suspect's car, which the young girl remembered and told to police. But Perkins was arrested Friday after a long standoff with officers.
And turning to our forecast, and we have one more day of nice weather before a big change pushes in.
Yeah, Dan, we're looking at the possibility here of rain throughout this week here, the weekend at least.
Yeah, absolutely. We have been keeping an eye on that for a few days, and that is not going to change, it looks like. All right, so today, not bad. Mostly cloudy in the morning, some sun in the afternoon, then clouds roll back in. Temperatures in the mid-60s. We'll take it. Now, as you go into the evening hours or overnight hours, I should say, clear skies, mostly clear skies. High clouds will be around. Temperatures dropping in the mid-40s for tomorrow morning, but the rain starts to move in Thursday, but bigger and better rain chances this weekend. We're going to go through that, plus the bitter cold in the north coming up in your 13 First Alert forecast.
Dan, thank you. And right now, actor Jussie Smollett is the target of a possible hate crime investigation in Chicago.
Well, the star of the hit TV show Empire telling police that he was brutally attacked by men shouting racial and also homophobic slurs. And ABC's Danya Bacchus now has the latest on this.
Police say singer and actor Jussie Smollett was in Chicago filming and out getting a snack when he was attacked by masked men around 2 Tuesday morning.
He's supposed to be well known, requesting a report and so the noose was placed over the friend's neck.
The star of the popular drama series Empire telling police he was approached by two unknown offenders, yelling out racial and homophobic slurs towards him. Police say they beat him up, poured an unknown chemical over him, and wrapped a rope around his neck. Smollett telling investigators the attackers were yelling MAGA country. Investigators believe this might be a hate crime. They're looking into a letter delivered over a week ago threatening the actor's life. In real life,
there is no closet. There's never been a closet that I've been in.
Smollett coming out publicly on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. On television, his character is a gay man who struggles to please his powerful black music executive father. Lee Daniels, Smollett's director and the creator of Empire, a black gay man himself, posting this emotional message on social media.
You didn't deserve, nor anybody deserves, to have a noose put around your neck.
Investigators hoping security cameras in this swank corner of downtown Chicago where the alleged attack happened will be helpful. Smollett was treated at a local hospital. The company that produces Empire now saying all of its actors will have armed guards. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The Southern Nevada Health District is urging parents to vaccinate their children after a measles outbreak sparks a state of emergency declaration in Washington state. In 2018, the CDC reported 17 outbreaks of the measles in the U.S. Measles is highly contagious and can cause serious health complications. If you or a child or an adult that's not at risk for this rare disease and you have received your vaccination, you are definitely protected. You need to get vaccinated. Visit any health district immunization clinic right here in the Valley.
New tonight, if you want a bigger TV or perhaps your TV is just getting old, we do have some great news for you. That's because this week is one of the best weeks of the year to buy a new TV.
That's right. And tonight we show you the Super Bowl TV sales underway right now so you don't waste your money.
David Rogers was looking for a super TV deal for the Super Bowl at Best Buy.
The $3,000 or $4,000 ones have such views, it's just amazing.
Whether your budget is $4,000 or $400, you'll find great deals right now, including top-of-the-line Zero LED and QLED sets.
So right here, we're looking at the Q series of Samsungs.
Best Buy's Tim Richardson says it's like Black Friday without the crowds.
Those folks that really hang out for the Black Friday season, really anytime's a great time to get a TV, especially now for the big game.
You know how they say age 40 is a new 30? Well, when it comes to TVs, 75-inch is the new 65-inch, with many 75-inch sets now coming down to much more affordable prices. Tim says the big three brands, Samsung, Sony, and LG, all have 75-inch sets for under $1,500 for the first time.
Yes, sir. This is the 75-inch.
Still too much? Best Buy has a 60-inch LG for $649. And if you're truly on a budget, a 65-inch TCL for a Black Friday-like $499. Other stores have great sales as well. Target's taking $300 off many LG TVs. Walmart has a 65-inch Vizio for $698, among many other deals. But if you want the best Super Bowl party on your street, Tim says consider the newest size.
Someone that wants to be the talk of the neighborhood, the 85-inch Sony.
That's sweet, huh?
Yeah, 85 inches.
Todd
Wow.
thinking about a new TV over here, I can tell. And as for the future, TVs may not get that much bigger, at least for carrying home. The problem is that 75-inch TVs are about as big as you can get and still fit in the back of an SUV.
Yeah, I'm also going to need to get a bigger living room.
Yeah,
this is
true.
All right, well, of course, right now we got the Super Bowl approaching. Now, people are, of course, wondering, well, when, in fact, is the game going to be played right here in Las Vegas? Now, while Las Vegas has a lot working in its favor, experts do say that traffic does need to improve. But ESPN radio host Ryan McKennell says that if any city can host the game, why not Vegas?
You have the ease of access, you have the weather, you have the capabilities, unlike, I would venture to say, any other city in America, not only from the standpoint of being able to handle it, but being able to handle it and not have it affect your day-to-day lives.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine the Super Bowl not coming here, right? Well, earlier this month, you got Raiders president Mark Bedane saying the team is going to lead the charge in getting a Super Bowl to Vegas by 2025. Not too far away.
Coming up, the deep freeze in the Midwest Dangerously cold air settling in, states of emergency being issued.
Plus, a housing market slowdown? See how Las Vegas compares to the rest of the nation.
And a scam alert, what you should look out for before you buy tickets to a concert or sporting event.
Well, new video tonight of a pretty incredible sight in Chicago. Crews set fire to commuter rail tracks to keep trains moving in the deep freeze. The Midwest is feeling a blast of Arctic air. Chicago is feeling some of the coldest wind chills that it's had in generations. We will have more on the deep freeze in just a few moments.
Well, tonight we are learning more about 4 police officers shot in Houston, Texas. The chief now revealing that one of those officers saw his partner get hit and then jumped in to help out. Now, that same officer had been shot twice before.
This is the 3rd time in his career he's been shot. He saw his fellow officers come under fire. He heroically made that entry.
Police were executing a drug search warrant at the time at the home yesterday. A husband and wife were inside when that husband then started shooting. Well, the couple was then killed when police returned fire. 2 of the 4 officers remain in the hospital tonight. Both right now are listed in serious condition, but listed as being stable. Police say, though, one of them has a very tough fight ahead.
New tonight, Las Vegas home prices continue to outpace other big cities. The Valley's price growth has been the fastest among 20 markets listed in a new report from S&P CoreLogic. It was also the only city with double-digit year-over-year gains in November. Nationally, some experts say the housing market is running on fumes. Prices are rising, but signs of a slowdown are appearing. Well, it's flu and cold season, and most of you are probably trying to avoid germs, but there's actually a company marketing used tissues to purposely get you sick, and people, yep, they're actually buying them.
This flu season, keep your immune system feeling like your immune system.
It's the real deal. It's really happening. Todd says, is this a joke? No, the company is selling tissues used by people with colds for a whopping $80. The founder told Time.com, the simple idea is you choose now to get sick with the idea in mind that you won't get sick with that same cold later. Well, physicians aren't thrilled with this idea.
Exposed to other cold bugs throughout the season. So if anything, you're just assuring that you're going to get another cold during the season.
And doctors say if you take care of yourself and wash your hands, you can avoid your chances of getting sick. It's just really bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, right now, an Arctic blast across the Midwest. Temperatures are dropping and people are feeling some of the lowest wind chills in a generation. We're talking about, can you believe it, 50 below zero in some places.
Yeah, and get this, by tomorrow morning, wind chills will be at 52 below in Minneapolis, 50 below in Chicago tonight. Millions are being warned about this record cold. Tonight, whiteout conditions from lake effect snow sending drivers sliding all over a Michigan highway.
M6 westbound at Kalamazoo reported multiple semis, at least 10 vehicles involved.
This multi-car wreck pitting some inside their vehicles, at least 7 taken to the hospital. That blinding lake effect snow is supercharged by Arctic air that's pouring into the lower 48 like it hasn't in decades. Chicago forecasting 50 below wind chill tomorrow. Frostbite can begin in just 5 minutes.
Your extremities, your fingers, your toes, your ears, your nose, those are the areas most affected in short amount of time. We're talking minutes.
Anyone who has to work outside, like these Minneapolis firefighters, are at risk.
Just to give you an idea of how cold it is, look at this. They take off their helmet and the steam just pours off of them.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim, also in Minneapolis.
Right now, the feels like temperature is minus 38 degrees. It's so cold that it's hard to even talk if you've been out here for any amount of time. Dangerously cold. You can see on our thermal camera, even with 4 layers of clothes on, the heat is still escaping out of my coat anywhere it can.
Authorities are warning drivers, be prepared and make sure your car's tank is at least half full so fuel lines don't freeze.
I would suggest getting a blanket, extra set of clothing. Maybe an alternative battery source for your phone.
They also warn cell phones can stop working in extreme cold, and medications like insulin can lose effectiveness if they freeze. Yeah, clearly a very dangerous situation through parts of the country tonight. Now, this is a live look at McCarran, and at last check, most departures are on time, but still several arrivals from the Midwest, as you could assume, have been canceled. So your best bet is to check online or call your airline if you are heading out, or if you do have a loved one flying in, something to certainly consider. We've seen sort of that ripple effect happen across the country, you know, with flights.
It's concerning, and really our most dramatic weather is coming up here, which is nothing but rain. It seems so simple compared to what they're dealing with.
Oh, absolutely. Our weather is looking perfect, even with the rain moving in, guys, compared to what they're dealing with across the northern plains. The actual air temperatures pushing 30 below zero across Minneapolis, Bismarck in the mid-20s, Chicago 13 below zero. You factor in just a 10-mile to 15-mile per hour wind. Look at these numbers. It feels like it's 50 below currently right now in Minneapolis, 37 degrees below zero in Chicago. You know what it feels like here? Yeah, 55 degrees. So huge difference. All right, temperatures outside very nice compared to what you just saw. Might be chilly for some of us, but you know what? Chilly is just fine. 50 in Anthem right now, 52 in Pahrump, 45 Indian Springs. That cold back in the Midwest could easily kill someone if they're outside for too long. This is a very dangerous situation, so our weather is a piece of cake, guys. Tonight, temperatures getting down to the mid-40s, still pretty good. That's a little bit above the average for tonight. Tomorrow's highs, mid-60s across the Las Vegas Valley. Nothing to complain about as we go through the day tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. Thursday, clouds are going to thicken up as more rain moves just to our south. Look at how the model is pushing the rain further south. They've been paying attention to this. It looks like it's going to miss Las Vegas, a 20% chance of rain on Thursday. Partly cloudy skies Friday, mostly cloudy skies ahead of a big storm eyeing California. Well, you know what? That storm isn't going to lose any steam as it rolls in by Saturday. We're talking some pretty good rains possible throughout the day in Las Vegas. Saturday, a little bit drier Sunday, and then another round could move in on Monday, and that one will be a little bit colder, so snow levels drop a little bit. All right, rainfall totals really not like yesterday, super impressive, but one model keeping it above half an inch over the next few days, another less than half an inch, so about a half an inch looking good for now. We'll update you by Thursday. We'll have a much better understanding about that Saturday storm come Thursday. As of now, we know that Thursday storm going to bring us very little bit of rain, very little bit of snow, nothing really to worry about. It's Saturday. If you have outdoor plans, you know what? They're going to be canceled. Move them indoors. That's your best bet. Hey, good news though, guys, with that rain and clouds, it's Groundhog Day. He won't see a shadow. That means spring starts early.
Oh, that's good. All I keep thinking about, if I was in Minneapolis tonight, I would be inside packing boxes because I'd be heading to Las Vegas. It is time to go right about now. Yeah, that's some crazy. Well, up next, a warning from the top law enforcement official in the state.
Well, why he's saying that you need to be careful the next time you buy tickets to a concert or sporting event.
A consumer alert tonight about event-related scams. Nevada's Attorney General Aaron Ford says they are on the rise. The AG says scammers are using social media platforms and websites that appear legitimate to advertise fake events. Now, here are some tips to avoid being scammed. Whenever possible, use a credit card to pay for any event ticket. That way, you can stop the payment or request a refund through your credit card company. Next, avoid purchasing tickets from any vendor asking you to pay by wire transfer or prepaid card. If you can, use the venue's physical or online vendor to purchase tickets. And finally, make sure you are provided with the location of your seat on your purchased tickets.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a reason why these scammers do this sort of thing is because it works.
Exactly.
It works. You got to have to keep your heads up
careful.
here. All right, well, still ahead, a big-time artist now heading to the Las Vegas Strip.
That's right. Find out who's on tap to have a residency at Planet Hollywood later this year.
All right, get ready, Las Vegas. We have another singer announcing a residency on the Strip.
Las Vegas welcomes six-time Grammy Award-winning international superstar Christina Aguilera. The experience.
Yeah, how about that? We got Christina Aguilera there. She's going to be performing at the Zappos Theater at Planet Hollywood. Her residency opens on May 31st. Tickets are going to go on sale this Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And you can find a link to buy them on our website at ktnv.com.
She has one of the best voices, I think. I love her voice.
Another great reason for people to come here and visit Las Vegas.
Exactly. We'll be right back with a final look at your wake-up weather forecast.
Well, the feels like difference between Minneapolis and us is down to 105, guys. It was up to 113 earlier. It is bitterly cold in Minneapolis. It feels like it's 53 below zero right now in Minneapolis, 37 below zero in Chicago. You know what? Tomorrow, the highs there aren't even going to get above zero. That's that white, the blue number, the white number, the wind chill values. It is going to be cold for the next 24 hours in the Midwest. Luckily, by the weekend, get this, Chicago, it's going to be in the 40s by Saturday.
We need to call moving companies because they're all coming here.
I know they are.
They are.
Yes.
Okay.
Get out of Chicago when you still can.
Jimmy Kimmel Live is up next.